Hey, welcome back to the Goggle and Jack channel. Let's take a look at this Case Sod Buster Jr. It has a 2.8 inch carbon steel blade. It's getting a really nice patina on it. Only had this for a few weeks, but I've been using it a lot, carrying it a lot. There's the tang stamp, USA 6137. 6 is for the bone, 1 is the number of blades, and the pattern number is the 37. A CS for carbon steel. And there's the date stamp. Bought this in the store at Smoky Mountain Knives, so it was hand-picked. They had about 3 there, looked at all of them, they were all really well done. I thought this was the pick of the litter. It is 3.63 inches closed. This is the gray pocket worn. I think this is the Crandall jig, which I really like. I like this color of bone. I have a little Stockman in the same, and I really like it. I also have this yellow Delrin. I don't think they're calling it Delrin anymore. I guess it's genuine imitation Delrin. I bought this at a local mom and pop bait and tackle store. Fit and finish is not as good, but it's $35 versus $65. And I feel like they're two totally different knives. They feel different in hand because this is a really thicker handle to it. And the fit and finish is just so much better on this that it just feels like a totally different knife. This feels like a work knife, and it is. That's how I've been using it. And this feels more like a, proper gentleman's folder. No half stop on either one of these. The specs are the same. Both around 2 ounces. Both the same length. Both with the same, probably the same blade, although there is a big bird's eye pivot on this one. And there's more of a traditional looking pivot on this one. Although, I guess that's pretty traditional too. The centering is perfect on this one. This one is pretty close. There is some gapping on this one. Not, anything to be worried about. I'm not worried about gapping. It doesn't really hurt anything. This doesn't look that great. But you can tell the fit and finish is not as good on this one. The pivot, the walk and talk is not that great. It feels kind of crunchy. And I think that's because the end of this blade is not as, smooth and milled out as well. You can actually kind of see some flat spots in there. Where this one, I think they took their time. It's really polished and really smooth and feels really good. This one has an excellent walk and talk. Where this one, not so much. So it's not so much the dimensions, although this one is thicker. And it's certainly not the blade shape, but just the feel of the knives. They feel like two totally different knives to me. Both great knives. I love this blade shape, the Skinner blade. But this one certainly does feel more refined. But you are paying $30 more. And you're getting a better, more attractive knife. Don't think this is particularly attractive. It's got kind of a utilitarian beauty to it. There's the tang stamp on this one. 3137. Yeah, the walk and talk is just not as good, and that pivot doesn't feel bad. It just doesn't feel refined. It feels crunchy. If that I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but those flat spots on that, you can just kind of see how my hand is jerking just a little bit as it's closing. Where this is definitely smooth all the way. So why would you choose one over the other? If you could have only one.
There can be only one.
Which one would you choose? Well, if you're looking for a work knife, a beater, something that you can just throw in your truck, let it bounce around all day long, pull it out when you need it, throw it in a tool pouch, throw it in a tackle box, you might want to choose this one. If you mess it up, you're not losing as much. And the plastic handles, these synthetic handles, will be a lot tougher than this bone. You're not going to chip these. So you might want to choose this one. Also, this one is more hand-friendly for all-day use. It really feels good in hand. You've got a lot to hold on to there, and it's very smoothed over. So this feels really good. You can do a lot of work with this, but you're not going to win any beauty contest with this. And this one rides in the pocket well because it's a lot thinner, and it's just a more refined, easy carry. But you're probably not going to want to do as you could, but you're not going to want to do as hard a work on. You wouldn't throw this in the door of your pickup truck and let it bounce around for days without it being in a slip. This one I do. I don't care. I just throw it in there, and it makes a really excellent truck knife. And this is more of a, proper gentleman's folder or ladies folder. All right, there's a quick look at two Sod Busters, one in a synthetic handle and one in bone. And I think I prefer this one, but I definitely like this one. And this one has its purpose too. This is a good truck knife, a good kit knife, good toolbox knife, and this is an excellent office carry, an excellent everyday carry. All right, thanks for subscribing and following along, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.